Okay, welcome back everybody to another deck review. I just got a Kickstarter project that came in. I have been waiting months and months for this, so I'm super excited to see it. It came wrapped super plain. This was the bonus card. Okay, this is called Arcanaless Tarot Booster, and it's by Matthew Pazzol. I don't know if that's how you say his name. But I will show you the box so you can see it. And I'm gonna cut the video for a second and I'm gonna open this because it's still in plastic. I forgot to do that. Okay, I'm recording this again because I opened the box, did the flip through and everything, but I didn't realize I was cutting off a good chunk of some of the artwork on this. And the artwork is just too good to not show you guys everything. Some of these might be upside down because, like I said, I have to pause the video. Hold on. Okay, I got my little guy here. He's making a bunch of noise, but hopefully he doesn't get my stuff because he keeps going after. Hold on. Okay, so some of them are upside down and shuffled around. It's because I shuffled, not because the deck came that way. I'll try to make sure I hold them up the right way for you guys as I talk about the deck. So I was super stoked about backing this on Kickstarter, which I did. I absolutely love the artwork. I love this kind of collage style. It's definitely what I would consider something that you would do for like shadow work, or maybe pair with some darker decks. If you know a deck that you're thinking of that would pair with this nicely, please leave a comment because I'm always looking for new decks, and I don't think I have one that matches this style at all. It's part of the reason I was intrigued by it. All of the artwork has skeletons, which I like because it's gender, you know, kind of race, everything neutral. Like, you don't know, like, it can be used for anybody. Everybody can relate to it, which is some of the reason why I like animal decks and stuff like that. But I also like how layered everything is. There is lots of symbolism throughout each card that you can probably look through it a while and get different meanings every once in a while, or different words and meanings from the cards is what I meant to say. So I do like that. Like, I don't even know, I know that's like a math symbol, but I don't know what that is. I should probably know that, but I'm sure it brings extra value to the cards themselves when you read them. Another thing that I really like about the artwork style on this is some of these cards are super vibrant colors. So it's like dark, like this one here is pretty colorful, and then you got like a really nice colorful card like that. The lighting is so much better filming it this time of the day when I did it the first time. One thing I do want to say on this is I'm flipping through, the cardstock is really thin and flimsy in my opinion. When I was first doing the walkthrough the first time I filmed this, I did say I didn't like that, which I kind of don't like. I normally, if this was like a standard size deck with less cards, I would say no, but then later when I show the shuffle, I kind of changed my mind because the shuffle was a lot easier with thin cards. I think if he would have done a thicker cardstock, it would have really made this to be a product that you can't shuffle. I do kind of have a hard time doing a traditional like riffle shuffle with it, so I will say that. Also, I did go ahead and pull a card for you guys. Since I already know what it is, I can tell you, I believe it was the rock and roll card. I will go ahead and read the description right now. Okay, so I'm a little disappointed, but I'm just going to read it to you. I pulled up the guidebook, and it is a very short description for this. We have rock and roll, see, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the holy trinity of Hinduism. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oh, maybe I passed it up. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, I apologize. There is a little bit more, so I went to the other area. The whole book's in alphabetical order. It says it's the idea, the end goal of all actions in life is to pursue pleasure and avoid pain. Live in the moment, enjoy your life now that you have, and don't worry about tomorrow, because at the end of the day,
You only live once. Hinduism is a school of thought that was created in the 4th century BC by, I don't know the name, Artipus, a student of Socrates. He was completely against the idea of suffering in the present and to get something that only might get pleasure in the future. The phrase sex, drugs, and rock and roll is more timeless than you think. First identified the phrase we know in 1969 in Life magazine, which declared it the counterculture of sacrament, sex, drugs, and rock. But it's really just an iteration of a much older expression, the wine woman song. There's a little bit more, but
okay, I am hoping that was enough time to read the description, or at least go through it. One thing that I do like and I don't like at the same time is the fonts on the cards are all different. I think it's nice in some scenarios here, but there are a few font selections that he chose that's really hard for me to read. And it's more of the just font itself than the like treatments he's done on the font and the effects. But I would say that's probably less than like 5 cards in the whole deck, so it's not the big deal. I do feel like this is a deck too, if it's too big for you to shovel, you can take some of the cards out and just kind of make it a more, like a smaller deck and use quarter. Oh, my little guy's crying, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this last section pretty quickly. So if I repeat myself on anything, I am very sorry. Oh, I love this again. The colorful cards, I just love them. So this is the first deck that I've got of Matthew, I think his last name is Pelosi. I don't know if I said that right, sorry. I did see a couple of his other decks that I really like the artwork on. I think he has another Kickstarter either coming up or maybe it's already launched. I probably will back it. I was just waiting to see the style of this one and how it's going to turn out. The only fallback on this particular project was that he did have his family member pass away. I believe it's his mother. It's an unfortunate event, but it did take a lot longer than expected to get the deck itself. I will say it was well worth the wait though. You know, I did my Kickstarter probably about a year ago, almost this time, and my stepfather, he passed away. It's not entirely the same situation, but I didn't even notify my backers. I just went ahead. I took like an extra 4 or 5 days, and then I got back to doing the project. Again, with that being his mom and probably like, I don't know, their family dynamic, but sometimes you are the only one taking care of all this stuff, and you know, there's a lot of unfortunate events that you have to, or a lot of unfortunate things that you have to take care of when something like that happens. So I don't really blame him or anything like that. It was just kind of a bummer waiting on it. I was starting to get a little anxious, and I'm like, oh, maybe I just got scammed. Though there was lots of people that had backed his other decks, so it made me feel good about it. So even if it does take a little bit longer to get the deck, if something like that happens, I know he will come through and make sure he gets it out to us. The other thing I don't know if I've already mentioned here, this I think is the card that I pulled for you guys. The other thing that I don't know if I mentioned is, what was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, a lot of these cards were nominated or voted on through the Kickstarter program. I thought that was really special. I don't know if we already passed up the card that I personally submitted, which was Self-Indulgence. So if you got this deck and you like that card, I was a part of that. Obviously I didn't create it, but it was just an idea that I submitted for him, so he can make creative from that. And then there is no guidebook with this. I don't remember if I told you guys that. It comes with, like, if you wanted, he will email you. Oh, here it is. That's the card, and I love it, by the way. Very nice. The guidebook that he has, he just kind of has like poetry or famous kind of quotes or like little blips from people about like the word or terminology on the card. So that's different. It gives you a starting point to pull a message from, but I feel like a deck like this, you more or less have to read intuitively, go off the symbolism on the cards that you see. This is a really cool card too. And just get your own interpretation of things. I love how they're intertwined with that. That's really cool. See, like if I pull this card, I don't know what I would even come up with when I saw that. So I don't know, like I said, for some people, if it's too big. I believe this is an extra card that I purchased. I don't think this came with the deck. I think I covered that in the beginning, but I just want to tell you guys. This one's kind of cool. I like it. Looks very alien-esque. So let me know down below what you think of this deck. If you see a favorite card that you like, if one is your favorite, or if you really love this deck, if you have any of its other decks that you like, or just let me know the deck that you might be pairing with this, because like I said, I am always on the look for a new deck. I really feel like only his decks are gonna, you know, pair with this really awesomely, but it will go with darker ones. This is also one that I saw on the Kickstarter campaign, I believe, or when I flipped through some of the images that I was like really drawn to. Hidden Dimensions is cool as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and go ahead and like the video to let me know that you want more, you know, tarot card reviews as well. That helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys watching. Okay, I will show the back of the card really quick because I don't remember if you guys got a good look at it. But it is hand signals, signs. Also, to me, this looks like a white rabbit, which I love. This deck is a bit clunky for me to shuffle because, as you can see, it is very, very thick. I could probably do like an overhand shuffle for that. This bridge shuffle, I just tried to do it for a minute when I stopped the camera to talk to my hands. That's a little bit better. It works, and I think, you know, him going with a thinner cardstock, like I said, is actually probably a good choice. I feel like the cards are going to have a little bend, but they seem to kind of go back pretty easy. I don't know the durability of how long something like this will last. If you have any of his other decks, let us know if you like it, if they're holding up well. Me personally, I feel like if I use this deck a lot, which I like, I'm sorry, it will kind of get warped and bent. Let's get one card for the collective. I'll just do this top card here because, like I said, it's a little bit hard for me to... Okay, so we got the rock and roll card, which I think he had the description and everything in the Kickstarter. I'll go ahead and, like I said, read through the book. I'll probably have this... I might cut through the video or something and show you guys that. Let me do it up close, too, for you.